Major capital purchase is basically anything you cannot pay for in with full with your paycheck, all right, your monthly cash flow. So every time you're making money, your money is coming in, that's your monthly cash flow. First things first, a car, that's a major capital purchase. A car, going on vacation, paying for wedding, anything your paycheck cannot buy. So in this case here, we have this scenario, and I'm just going to kind of slide through so you all can understand. You borrow from a lender, so anything you cannot pay for with your paycheck, you're getting a loan from a lender, make future principal and interest payment until paid off, right? And then borrow from your savings or investment accounts and replace your dollars taking a lost interest. Note, few people put back the money they borrow from their own account, and fewer put back the interest that they lost. Do you understand that? So basically what he's saying is either you borrow money from a lender or you borrow money from your savings account. If I go take a loan from a lender, that means I got to pay them every month until the loan is paid off. If I borrow from my savings, that means I just lost the money. The problem is a lot of people don't put the money back to their savings, and even if they do, they don't put back the interest that they lost. You finance everything you buy. You either borrow from a lender and pay interest to the lender, or you save interest by paying cash but lose the interest you would have earned had you not drained your tank. See, a lot of people do that. You save the money and then you drain your tank. Now you have zero. When you borrow, you are borrowing from your future self. If you've heard me talk about it all the time, I always talk about your future person. Always remember, if you're 30 years old today and you pay cash for maybe a car or whatever it is, you just stole money from your future 40-year-old, from your future 50-year-old. That's a lot. That's money you just stole if you pay cash for it. So you always got to think about that every time you make, you borrow from yourself. And in this assumption, it's just saying, I don't want to spend all day here. I know you got the point, So to illustrate the concept that you finance everything you buy, we're going to assume the following. You have $30,000 initial cost of what you bought. You saved it in your tank, in your savings. You saved the money, and you need to make a purchase for that same amount. Well, if you financed it at 5%, 60 months, that's 5 years, $566 a month, opportunity cost is 5%. Well, that's what it is. So you earn 5% interest in your tank, and the lender charges you 5% on the loan. So what do you think the benefit is? Well, let's look at that. When we look at it for 60 months, the account you have is $30,000. Check this out. Watch the math. Watch what happens. $30,000 is the liability of money you borrowed. Now watch what happens. Let's just look at that, and then I'm going to just explain this as you see the math, the graphic going. You all like my graphics? Beautiful, ain't it? Love it. See, we spend a lot of money so to educate you. I hope you understand that I'm putting value to help you win. So understand, I want you to win. You should never lose. Look at that. The same cost, $38,501, same thing you would have saved if you had just left it in your account. But what do I mean by this? Why is it still the same when I borrow the money? Well, it's very simple. Interest paid to the bank is $3,968. If the bank took the same money and invested, but they lost interest, they lost $4,533 because they didn't invest it. They basically took the money and gave it to you. They made this $3,968. It took them 60 months to make that money. So they lost $4,533. But the banks don't care, because I want you to understand something. Banks don't give a care, because guess what? They took this $30,000, the bank didn't print it. That's not their money. That's somebody, all the people that deposit their money in the bank, that gave the bank free loan. So they loaned this $30,000 to 7 to 10 different people and charged different interest rate, and they made a lot of money off of it. The banks are going to make money regardless of what you do. They are rich, and they're going to stay rich forever. So understand, don't ever worry about what they're making. Worry about what you're going to make. So with that, I hope you understood this. Make sure you... Yes, sir.
How do I apply this if I'm getting ready to go on vacation?
Okay.
I got my son. We're going to go down to Disney World.
Right.
We're going to pay for the train to ride down there.
Okay.
Train, that's going to be about $2,000.
Okay.
We're going to stay at a timeshare.
Okay.
All right. And then we're going to get groceries. and I want to have money for spending.
So how much is the total?
$6,000.
$6,000. So, all right, let me change the screen real quick. So we're gonna go back and bring that up. So right now you have the money where? In your savings or where you have the money in?
I have money in my savings and I have a couple credit cards.
Okay, so you're using what? Let me find out. What kind of savings are you using? Let me see.
I'm saving my money in the cash value life insurance.
Oh, okay. Cash value life insurance. Let's make sure we have it right. All right, so we're gonna go here. Let me show you how you do it. And you have your credit. You're gonna charge it to your credit card.
Yes.
So a vacation is what I call major capital purchase because you're going on vacation. All right. So either you pay cash for it, meaning, if you have savings, all right, and you said it was like $6,000, right? So let's just put that $6,000 in here. All right, 6K. All right. So if you already know you're going to spend because most people will save the money.
Right.
They go to work, they work hard for their money, they take the risk because, so one thing I always talk about is how folks, you are the investment. You're the one taking all the risk every day going to work, back and forth, right? You're taking risks.
Right.
Now you've made the money with your job, you finally make the money. And what happens? You went ahead, let me just get my pen. You took the risk, you made the money, you paid the Uncle Sam, he gets his money,
right,
and he's happy.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the money, what do you want to do? Either you spend it, it's gone.
Right.
But you worked hard and you say, you know what? I want to save for my children's vacation. I want to go on Disney World. So you've been saving money now, and you saved up, $6,000. $6,000. Well, let's change that. You saved up $20,000. All right. So you saved up $20,000 in your account. All right. 20K. So now, when you've saved up $20,000, now you want to spend $6,000. In the traditional world, most people save the money in their bank. But where did you save yours?
I saved mine in my cash value
life insurance. So what you've done, very smart, by the way. So what you've done is you also protected your family, right, by having a death benefit. Right. That's a smart thing. And you've been saving this, so you have 20K in the account. So that's awesome, $20,000. So now you want to spend 6K, right, to go on vacation. So the first thing you're gonna do, this is what I want you to do, and okay, you all are planning this out. This is awesome. I love it. So you have a credit card that you've been American Express, I'm assuming. Yes. You got that? Okay. That's a charge-off card. That's great. There's no interest if you pay it off, on time. So I like that. So Amex, So what you're gonna do on your Amex card, you're gonna charge everything to it.
Right.
And Amex is gonna give you all the points and miles or whatever they give on there, depending on your card. They give you the miles, so you're gonna get 6K points a month. Charge it to them. Go on your vacation, have fun, enjoy. Don't even worry, because some people go on vacation and they're stressed out.
Right.
Because they're thinking about how to pay this off. Because Amex is gonna come after them later, after the vacation. So what you do, boom, you go in there and then you go to your, I don't know why this pen acting funny, but let's go. I'm not a teacher, I missed that in school, folks, so don't blame me on this. So now you're gonna go to your insurance company after you come. How long you gonna be there for?
We're gonna be in Disney for a whole week.
A week, awesome, man. You're gonna have a good time, man. I wish I could go to Disney, but we're doing stuff else. But here's the deal: enjoy your vacation, have a blast. The kids enjoy themselves, spend the money, enjoy. When on your way back, just get on your app, send a message to the insurance company, right, and they'll wire the 6K into your account.
Wow.
All that will be is this, boom, and then what they do, they'll send you a check for $6,000. Now you have the money. You use it to pay off your credit card. You pay off American Express, pay them off. They're out of your back.
Right.
It shows on your credit report that you just paid off a $6,000 debt. Man, that helps your credit.
Right.
All right, so that's great. And then the insurance company puts a lien on your cash value policy. They put a lien. It's 6K lien, but your 20K continues to grow and earn, let's just say, let's just say 4% compounding interest. And they keep paying you that interest every year on the money. Now, here's the beauty. You're still making money. You're still paying your taxes. You're still growing your money and still adding money to the account. This continues to grow. And whenever you choose, whenever you like, you say, all right, let me pay some money to the insurance company. And you start paying back the insurance company on your own time. And then as you're paying them back, this starts going down and they start reducing. And after a while, the debt is done. And you still have your policy and you still have all your money. This was someone else. You have all your money sitting in your cash value policy.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That's beautiful, right?
Have a great vacation.
Man, you're gonna do that, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir. So that's how you do it, folks. Understand this, folks. You don't have to do this by yourself. One of the things that we do, we look at all your debt that you have. We help you figure it out, and then we help you get out of debt in less than 9 years, including your mortgage, your student loans, your credit card, without you spending any additional money.
That's good right there.
Listen, make sure you hit us up so that we could help you, just like we've helped Mr. Maurice get out of debt using a financial strategy that most people don't even understand. And at the same time, protecting his family, building wealth, getting out of debt, all at the same time. So with that said, make sure you click the link, share the link, like the post, tell your friends about True Legacy Life Group, and guess what? We will see them where?
At the top. Yeah, baby.
See you at the top. Let's go.